for Arrogate. Ready. Racing. California Chrome begins with his usual gusto, has the early lead. About 2 lengths, in fact. Melatonin's moving up second. FNX near the inside, followed by Frosted Arrogate down the outskirts. In advance of Win the Space, Keen Ice Opportunity and War Story racing most ungenerously is at the tail of the field. California Chrome will set the tempo. 1 lap to go in the Classic. He's in front of Melatonin. Now Frosted sneaking through underneath of FNX, who came off the rail in the early stages. Arrogate is a close 5th in the 3 path as they wheel around the first turn past the 7/8 pole. 6 lengths to the rest, headed by Keen Ice, and then comes Win the Space. 2 lengths to Opportunity with War Story. 3/4 of a mile left to go, and California Chrome striving to crown a perfect year, leads by a length from Melatonin. 2 lengths Arrogate. Then comes Frosted with FNX together, a gap of 5 lengths to Keen Ice. Win the Space, followed by War Story and Opportunity on the inside, as last of all Espinosa just took a peep behind on the champ. California Chrome in front to the half mile, opens the lead to 2. In second position is Melatonin, with Arrogate sitting back third. He spots California Chrome 4 lengths going into the far bend. Then comes Frosted fourth on the inside from FNX. The order hasn't changed much. Back into the second half of the field are Keen Ice in company with Opportunity, Win the Space and War Story. California Chrome to the 5/16 by 2.5. Arrogate, the solitary 3-year-old, is sweeping after him in earnest as they race well clear of Melatonin. Frosted is next from Keen Ice. Top of the stretch, California Chrome is a length in front, but he faces an uncommon opponent today. Arrogate tries hard to reel in California Chrome. California Chrome with Espinosa going for the whip is still in front. Arrogate trying his heart out. California Chrome from Arrogate, a pulsating climax to the Classic. Arrogate takes the lead and wins. Arrogate beat California Chrome. They were 10 lengths clear of Keen Ice, and Opportunity was 4th. Back in 5th position would be Melatonin.
It is Arrogate who gets it at the wire over California Chrome, who looked so full of run at the top of the stretch. Perhaps a passing of the torch once again, as we saw yesterday in the distaff, but this with a less likely play out, but a finish much as promised.
I never thought California Chrome would get run down the way he was bounding along on the lead. You got to give a lot of respect to Arrogate. He went and got him.
What a performance from Arrogate, because all of us here in the studio in the run, when they sort of pulled into the stretch, we thought, well, California Chrome still looks like Victor's got loads of horse underneath him. It looks as though California Chrome's had it relatively easy early on. For Arrogate to do what he's done, back up that performance in the Travers, becoming the first horse to win the Travers and then go on to win the Classic, this is a supremely talented horse.
First horse in history, as you mentioned. And Richie, is there anything to be made? Was there any moments of overconfidence, do you think?
Well, you know, Victor Espinosa was looking around, turning for home. He looked to the left, he looked back to the right, and then when he saw Arrogate, I thought he kind of went all in a bit quick, because all of a sudden he realized there was a challenge. Maybe he would have been better served just starting to let him bound away a little bit earlier and not have to go all in so quickly.
It surprised me what happened at the start, actually. I know we saw him just jumping from the gates, but actually I thought it was almost like they were playing cat and mouse a bit inside the first 2 furlongs, trying to find their positions, and I was actually surprised that Victor was able to get to where he was as easy as he was able to do.
And normally, 9 times out of 10, you play a cat and mouse game like that and you're the one in front, you end up holding that type of an edge.
Yeah, I mean, you saw Victor, he angled out after the break towards the middle of the course to kind of basically say, well, if you want to go, you're going to have to go inside of me. I actually thought Mike Smith was making a mistake allowing him to get away so much he did, but Mike was very decisive. When he sent his horse down, he went all in for him. California Chrome had the first answer, but Arrogate kept coming.
Yeah, he had that sort of one sweeping run, didn't he? Perhaps a little bit blindsided. I know he was looking around. Sometimes you can see that in the body language of a jockey. You can think overconfidence. There's also the catch to that, which that he might not have had quite as much horse left underneath him as we thought he did. And as you say, Mike was able to do that long winding run in the stretch, and he's eventually worn him down when it matters most.
To be fair to Arrogate, son of Unbridled Song, who Mike Smith rode to victory in the Breeders' Cup, and at the time was one of the more highly regarded young prospect who has turned out to be a top sire. Kind of has a stride reminiscent of him as far as his easy motion through the stretch. And here, as we look at it again, you see California Chrome. Ears pinned a little bit when Victor sets him down here. He kind of gets a little bit, it looks resentful, or maybe just realizing that he has strong competition bearing down.
You know, I'm splitting hairs here, and I don't mean in any way to disparage Arrogate's effort, because this was a tremendous performance to run down a great horse like California Chrome. But he seemed like he responded better to hands and heels than he did when he went to the whip. Like, he almost, I think what you're saying there, I think he kind of resented that, like, hey, I'm running on, don't be beating me up.
Such fine margins in these races. The front two have pulled a mile clear of the horse in third, and the questions that Arrogate had to answer were, can he back up that performance in the Travers? I think how we should surmise Arrogate's performance here and the sort of general profile of this horse is that he's a lightly raced 3-year-old who's now put back-to-back huge efforts. This is a horse of high class. This